AEW Dynamite took place tonight in Norcross, Georgia, from the Nightmare Factory. I think this is where Cody's from. He lives in Georgia now, so I guess it's his now. Nightmare Factory. They can't use Daly's place in Florida anymore because of the new regulations. But the one thing is, in Georgia, I think the regulations might come, but AEW is already done. They filmed so much television, so much episodes of Dynamite, they're probably set for the next 6-7 weeks. So they'll probably be okay. They're probably not going to miss a show. Eventually, this thing's going to end. You at least hope. Anyway, he started the show off with a good Jake Roberts promo. He rips into Cody. He says asks him if he's man enough to face Lance Archer. Speaking of Lance Archer, he faces Alan Ingalls, murders him, quick match. They have Chris Jericho and Tony Schiavone previewing the rest of the card, and they put over Britt Baker's new ring gear, and she loves sparky outfits, and she comes out next. Britt Baker against Hikaru Shida. It looks like they want to push Britt as the top heel, but it doesn't happen here because she loses to Hikaru Shida. I think Shida lost. Didn't she lose a title match already in Nyla Rose? I don't even remember. Oh, where's Nyla Rose? I haven't seen her in ages. May as well take the title off her. I could even use her. She's been the worst champ. She hasn't been. I don't remember the last time I've seen Nyla Rose on Dynamite. Anyway, this is a decent match. I like Britt. I like Hikaru. They want to push Shida, I guess, still a little bit more than Britt Baker, but Britt Baker looks like she's going to be the top heel. She might as well just have her win the belt soon. She'd be a decent heel champ. Anyway, Shida gets the win, and I guess I don't know what's next. Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa meet backstage. Nakazawa wants to be the best friend. Orange Cassidy comes in, and they have like a comedy pull apart. It was actually pretty funny. They do the AEW rankings. They detail them. They do a very good video package for a John Moxley, Jake Hager title match next week, and I think that'll do a good rating. It's probably better because they had to go up against a really strong NXT this week, so they'll probably beat NXT anyway at the rate it's going right now, but they'll for sure beat them next week, I assume. Moxley said he's not in the business of putting smiles on faces. He's going to beat Jake Hager, and it's going to be ugly and violent. Hager did a much better promo than last week in this package. His wife, Catalina Hager, said that Hager comes home a victor. He doesn't come home at all. Hager's MMA coach put over his dedication. And this is actually doing good. They had a good promo here, so I'm looking forward to the match. Best Friends are up next, and they face Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa. Nakazawa ends up taking the win. It was more of a comedy match. I don't even know. I guess Omega does comedy stuff all the time. They had Schiavone and Jericho commentary having to sell. I thought they'd bury it. That'd be more funny, but they did not. Brody Lee, he has a video package. He rips on 2 Minions. He's trying to be Vince McMahon. It's just not that funny anymore. It was okay at first, not that good anymore. Britt Baker cut a promo. She said Shida is the dirtiest hustler she's ever been in ring with, and she's lucky Shida didn't touch her teeth. Britt Baker said, actually, if Cheetah has broken teeth, Britt could fix them because she's a dentist. Not much there. Also, I wanted to mention about AEW. Not Dynamite related, but I did hear that Penelope Ford and Kip Sabian are engaged. Kip proposed to her. I saw the video. Beautiful. Kip Sabian's a very lucky man, dating an absolutely beautiful young woman like Penelope Ford. Congratulations, Kip Sabian. I hope they make beautiful babies. I'm sure they will with Penelope Ford's genes. So, congratulations, and wish them the best. I think that's great. And he's I gotta give a hand to Kip Sabian. Land Penelope Ford. No one can say anything about you ever again, man. Anyway, we got a John Moxley, Jake Hager video package. Moxley cut a good promo, and they're really hyping this up for next week, so they're going all the way with this. They do a Matt Hardy promo, and there's a lot of promos here. And it's just a situation. So, I mean, with Dynamite, they're in Georgia. They're going to have to keep filming matches here. And what's going to happen, unfortunately, is they're just going to keep doing video packages, keep doing interviews from homes and stuff. Just get them through the show. It's coronavirus from hell. Anyway, good Matt Hardy promo. He rips Jericho. And he eventually, here we go. We're getting it. I said this is going to go on for a while. He buries everyone. He calls Sammy Guevara a false Latino, which is pretty funny. He said he can't wait to eat proud and powerful because he loves Puerto Rican food. He said all Hager needs to complete his transformation to Jack Einstein his 2 bolts on the side of his head. And he eventually challenged Jericho to come to the Hardy compound and face him in the Elite Deletion. There we go. It's here. Elite Deletion. This whole thing, Hardy is responsible for this. He created a whole new genre of wrestling with the final deletion. Then the next one was Delete and Decay. And of course, you had WWE at WrestleMania in the main event through the Boneyard match, which is completely innovative. And this is a whole new genre of wrestling. Even Gargano Ciampa had elements of that tonight, the way it was shot. So this is their whole new wrestling genre, this movie-type wrestling, cinematic wrestling. Next, you have Brody Lee against Lee Jackson. Brody Lee wins. Not much here. And eventually, we're going to get to the main event, which is the tournament in the first round of the TNT Champion Finals. Is Cody against Shawn Spears. And I'm going to say something controversial. I thought they had the better match tonight than the NXT match, which was their main event, which was Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I think Cody knew Gargano and Ciampa were on, and he wanted to go all out against Shawn Spears, and they had a fantastic match. Brandy's is with Cody here. They just did really well. I thought they beat each other up. They had a much better match, and they did that one, not pay-per-view, but I think, actually it was at All Out or something. This was much better. I didn't think that match was that good. This was a far better match. They did really well here. They beat each other up. There's a good spine buster by Shawn Spears. Spears pulls up a table and Cody nails him with the suicide dive. Spears hit a double underhook suplex but could not follow up with the cover. They did the thing where they tease Brandy's going to go through the table on the apron, and says Spears tossed Cody over the top rope through the table. Cody's about to be counted out, but he makes it back. And they have a great finish. Cody locks on a figure four, and Spears puts shoulders on the mat in the hold, and Aubrey Edwards, she counted the win. And so it ends up being a victory, like a 3 count for Cody with the figure four. I don't know, have I ever done that? I've seen so much Ric Flair matches. Has he ever won when they just count someone out with the figure four? They always tease it when you kick out. But that was it. This was a good show. They did really well. They're doing their best they can. I don't know how much more they have. I really like Spears and Cody in the main event. I thought Sheeta and Britt Baker had a very solid women's match, especially for a women's division. It gets a lot of shit. I thought they did the best, best case scenario. We'll see how much longer they can keep this up, though. I don't know if this is sustainable, but they're doing it so far. They had a very good show, and I really like Dynamite this week.